Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let us see one more example on minimization with the help of K-map. The given function is f equal to sigma m 0, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 15. These are the true minterms for which the function equal to 1 and which is in the standard SOP form, you already know it. And these are the minterm numbers and the maximum minterm value is 15. So, that means the function is 4 variable function f of a comma b comma c comma d. If you have like some 18 or 19 which is included in the sigma m, then you need to consider 5 variable. Okay, you already know 2 power 4 is equal to 16. If you have minterms number below 16, the variables are 4, right? If you have 7 as the if you have 2 power 3, that is 8, and if you have any kind of the sigma m form, and within the parenthesis if you have minterm numbers which are less than 8, then you need to consider 3 variable, right? This is very simple. So, now we need to consider 4 variable K map. So, 4 variable K map will consisting of 4 rows. So, first divide off, then divide the again off the remaining. So, these are the 4 rows. Now, 4 columns. So, first divide 2 parts, then divide the remaining parts, right. This is the 4 variable K map. Let us use a b variable, a and b variable to indicate these rows, and c d to indicate these columns. You already know all this. 0 0 0 1, after 0 1 you need to write 1 1 and then after 1 0. Similarly, here 0 0 0 1, then after 1 1 and 1 0. The reason behind this kind of notation, this kind of sequence is nothing but you need adjacent cells, right? You need some one unit distance codes to identify the minterms which are having common literals, so that you can eliminate the literal which is, you can eliminate the variable which is having both the literals, complement literal and normal literal, right? This thing I already explained in previous video, you can watch that. So, this 0 0 is nothing but a bar b bar, because we are in the standard SOP form. 0 is complement, 1 is normal form in standard SOP. In POS it is reverse, a b bar, this side c bar d bar, c bar d, c d, and c d bar, right. So, now the number is 0, the combination 0 0 0 0 is 0 0 1, then 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, then 12 13 14 15. Again I am mentioning why you have this kind of representation, like 0 1, after 1 we need to write 2, but because we consider this kind of representation, after 1 you are getting 3, because 0 0 and 1 1 will form 3. The reason I have already explained in the one of the video. Whatever we are doing general minimization with the help of basic theorems, the same thing we are doing with the help of K map in an easy way, right? With the help of some pictorial representation, some kind of rules, we are doing the same thing, but within less time, with the help of few steps, right? The same thing we are doing here. That thing I have explained in the previous video, you can watch it, right? So, now these are the true minterms for which you need to put 1. If you are keeping 1 in the cell, that means that particular minterm is giving output as 1, right? And 4 5 10 11, this is 12 and 15, right? So, now we need to group the minterms which are having 1. That is what we are doing in normal procedure also. Why we want to group them? If you group them, you can take some common literals outside, and the remaining literal which is having complement form and normal form, that can be deleted. Let us see how. See, consider the 10th cell, the last cell, this one. For this, 14th is adjacent cell and 11th is adjacent cell, 8th is adjacent cell, and second cell is also adjacent cell. This thing also I have already explained in one of the video, which is how to identify the adjacent cells. Now, when you want to group these ones, look at the adjacent cells which are having 1. So, that means we are in cell number 10. If you want to group, if you want to pair this cell number 10 with other cell, with other adjacent cell, the condition is that other adjacent cell must have a 1. So, 14th and 2nd and 8th, these cells are not having any 1. This 11th cell is having 1. So, that means the maximum possibility of grouping is a pair. This is what the prime implicant, right? Prime implicant is nothing but you need to group these adjacent cells like maximum possibility, with the maximum possibility. You need to consider maximum possible adjacent cells which are having 1 to group. If you group such like that, then whatever the product term you are getting, that is nothing but your prime just prime implicant. This is the first prime implicant 1, and the value is, the expression is, because this prime implicant is having only one row and the corresponding value is AB bar, and this particular prime implicant is covering 2 columns. Out of these, C is fixed and D is varying. So, this is what I am explaining, D plus D bar, so that this D plus D bar will be 1, so that you will get A B bar C. For the next grouping, I do not mention this kind of D plus D bar. If it is varying, I do not write simply. Okay. Now, let us consider 15th cell. For 15th cell, 7th, 14th, 11th and 13th, and that is it, right. These are the adjacent cells, and out of these only 11th cell is having 1. So, that means the possibility of grouping is this one. This is the maximum possibility. There is no like other possibility. This is the maximum possibility, and this is nothing but prime implicant 2. And the resultant is, because you have A as common and B is varying, for this particular prime implicant, 2 rows are there, one is representing B and other is representing B bar. So, that is the reason B is eliminated and the column is fixed, the value is CD, A, C, D. Now, let us consider anything, let us consider 5th cell. 5th cell is having 1 for 5th, 7th and 1st cell and 4th cell and 13th cell are the cells are the adjacent cells, but only 4th cell is having 1. So, the maximum possibility of grouping is a pair, and this is prime implicant 3, and it is having only one row, it is covering only one row, that is A bar B. It is covering 2 columns in which C bar is fixed, D is varying. So, I am eliminating that D. Now, let us consider cell number 12. It is very straightforward. 8th cell and same 13th cell and 14th cell and 4th cell are adjacent, out of which only 4th cell is having. So, this is also one of the prime implicant 4. In your exam, you try to use different like whatever the pens which are allowable pen, because so that you can represent these variations, because I am using only white color, it will be very confusing, but if you are following, then no problem. The prime implicant 4 is covering this one, prime implicant 4 is nothing but this one is covering, and B, A is changing, and the column is C bar, D bar. Now, last one is cell number 0. This is not yet covered with any other cells, that means we did not group this cell number 1. For cell number 0, for cell number 0, adjacent cells are the cell number 1 and cell number 2 and cell number 8 and cell number 4. These are the adjacent cells. Out of this, again only cell number 4 is having 1. So, I am grouping this as a pair. So this is nothing but prime implicant 5, and this one is having A bar as fixed, P is changing, and C bar, D bar. So we got total 5 prime implicants, and here for this example there is no chance to not to use any prime implicant, because all these prime implicants are mandatory to include, to write final expression. There is no scope to leave any prime implicant here. In such case you can call them as essential prime implicant, or the simple definition is, if any prime implicant, let us consider prime implicant 1, if any prime implicant is having or is covering any one min term which is not covered with any other min term, then that particular prime implicant is nothing but essential prime implicant. If you consider prime implicant 1, the grouping is this one. In this group you have 2 ones, one is the cell number 11 and the second one is cell number 10. This cell number 11 is covered with other prime implicant. Okay, as of now it is not. So as of now it is not satisfying our role. Okay. So now let us consider cell number 10. Cell number 10 is having a 1, and this 1 is not grouped with any other min terms, or it is not part of any other prime implicant. So that is the reason this prime implicant 1 is essential prime implicant. And in the same way all these prime implicants are essential prime implicants. So you need to include all these in final expression, in final minimized expression. The minimized expression is A B bar C from first essential prime implicant, second A C D, third A bar B C bar, then B C bar D bar, then A bar C bar D. In few examples you will be getting these kind of prime implicants, but out of which only few will be essential and few will be redundant. Such examples will be there. I will be explaining you in the next video. If you come across any K-map examples and if you face any difficulty, just you post that question in the comment section so that I can prepare a video on that. Thank you so much.